Cedar Offerman here, and I'm going to do a video about the air element today. I finally got myself a selfie stick to hold my phone while I'm doing videos, so that's very nice. So I've talked a little bit about the element of air in the self-care videos that I've done recently. In these element videos, I'm going to also be bringing in the ideas that are in Chinese medicine. You know, there's the obvious things like, of course, oxygen is vital to life and energizes our bodies, and it helps to convert nutrients that we take in into usable energy for us, so we get more energy when we're breathing oxygen. And it's like a gentle antibiotic, oxygen, that will kill pathogens and, you know, pathogenic bacteria and yeasts and so on. You know, when we get enough oxygen, it helps to keep our microbiome healthy. And deep breathing, of course, activates the parasympathetic nervous system. So it allows our muscles to relax and our digestion to kick in. And it just allows us to settle and to feel safe. And oxygen helps us to grow and to repair our bodies, and it boosts our immunity and detoxifies us. And, you know, if we look at the air element in Chinese medicine, it's kind of included in the metal element. There's 5 elements in the Chinese medicine system. And wood, earth, water, fire, and metal. And metal governs the lungs and the colon. So it's kind of in there with the air element. So if you don't know anything about Chinese medicine, it's a bit confusing. But, you know, so as we enter into winter, you know, the metal element time, if I'm remembering correctly, is kind of that late fall where, you know, our bodies are adjusting to a climate change and it's getting colder if we're in the northern climes. And it's a good time to purify and support the metal air element, you know, and to nourish the lungs and strengthen the lungs, you know, cleanse the colon, keep the microbiome in good order, so that as we enter into the colder months of winter, and as we go through this transition into winter, we avoid the usual flus and colds and imbalances. And so, you know, there's so much to talk about as far as the colon goes. Enough for a whole other video. But, you know, ways that we can sort of clean out our colon is to just, you know, of course, eat whole foods, really listen to the body's wisdom about what to eat. If you're craving winter squash, or you're craving an apple, or whatever it might be, if it's a healthy craving, then listen, you know, to your body's wisdom. And the foods that, you know, can help dissipate phlegm in the lungs and kill bacteria and cleanse in the colon are the pungent foods like onions, leeks, garlic, radishes, cabbage, these things that have a bit of a spice, a bit of a heat. And turnips, especially raw turnips, will really dissipate congestion and infection and phlegm in the lungs and dampness. So, good foods to eat at this time of year are warming. Everybody's different, and some people may already have an internal heat going on, in which case this doesn't apply. But if you're a person who kind of has trouble staying warm or has cold hands and feet, and you sort of really want to avoid coolness, and you're attracted to hot drinks and warm soups and cozy fires, then you might want to take in more warming foods of the red, orange, yellow part of the spectrum, winter squash, radishes, at least their peel is red, some of the whole grains, properly soaked. Always soak your whole grains to get the phytic acid off, or we get a mineral depletion. But properly handled whole grains can be warming. The cabbage and the pungent things warm up the digestion and the lungs. And so as far as the sort of emotional realm of the metal air element, in imbalance, when the lungs or the colon are in a state of imbalance, we can feel a lot of grief and sorrow, and when the system is in a healthy state, then we feel inspiration. And when we think about breathing, we're inspiring, we're breathing in the air, and so it's appropriate, and then if the whole thing with the colon is of course about appropriate letting go and whole, so right, so when the whole system is in good health, there will be like inspiration and the ability to appropriately let go, on an emotional and physical level, So I will probably do some other videos that are more in detail about the 5 elements of Chinese medicine, but this gives you some grist for the mill, and enjoy this beautiful fall. We're having a beautiful fall here in Kootenay Lake in BC, Canada, and wherever you are, enjoy your day, and I'll soon be posting the next element video. Probably be doing maybe water next. So thanks for joining me. I love it when I see your little likes and subscribes, and it really gives me a warm feeling that information's getting received, and I really hope this is helpful for you. And please, comment if there are things that you're interested in me covering in future videos. I'd love your feedback, and thanks for being here with me today. Have a wonderful day, and bless your way forward.